oil coming out of my pipe. It's starting to leave.
That's good. That means it's rich enough.
No, it's running a tad lean. I'm recording on the GoPro. What do you got to say about your studs, efforts?
Well, so on the Honda, I have snowmobile studs.
Let's walk over here and get a look at these. Lay my bike down.
I can hold it.
Let's
So
see.
on the Honda over here, I took old snowmobile studs from an old track I had laying around. Drilled holes in an old tire and bolted them through, and then just put some sheet metal screws on the edge. So this is pretty budget, and I'd say in the snow it's better than the Kold kutters. What would you say?
I would agree with you. The Kold kutters seem to be mainly for pure ice.
Yeah.
Now they do perform very well on a little bit of snow and a little bit of ice, but once you have full snow, they slip a lot, and
Yeah.
that's where this setup would really excel.
Yeah, and like this kind of condition right here with the snow.
Right, so there's snow and then a little ice
So
here.
I can hold your bike. The Kold kutters.
Yeah, I set my bike down. We don't really have that much of a place to
If you want to pick it up and all.
Yep. Yeah. So how many studs did you say you have in yours?
I'm gonna guess. I have about 130 snowmobile studs.
Okay, 130. So here's the Kold kutters on mine. I did in a V pattern, and he did as well on his. I did 2 outside, 2 here, 3 in the middle. I did that all the way across. I have around, you know, they were boxes that I had gotten for Christmas from a friend, and so it's about, I would say 400 to 450-ish, I would say.
And that's just a regular dirt tire.
That is a regular dirt tire that I use for single track and all my other riding. Now when we go to front tires, let's check out Zephyrin's here.
This is only just sheet metal screws you can buy at the store. They're actually 8mm hex, because I thought maybe it'd be a little bit more grip when I'm going cheap. But Preston has a lot of Kold kutters, and I'd say there's a big difference in front tire.
Yeah, these Kold kutters here on the front, these are the shorter ones. I'm not exact on the size. I believe they're quarter inch length, I believe, but they're pretty short. They're not even close to coming through, but you can see that still has no issue of any coming out. And
yeah, both of us studded these tires without taking the tire apart on the front.
right,
I had to take my rear tire apart and push the studs through the inside.
right. So our front tires, we knew we wouldn't poke through, so we just ran the studs into them while they were on the tire. No pop tubes on those. And then on the rear tires here, of course, he had to pull his off. But what did you do to make it so your tube wouldn't pop?
So this is kind of a ghetto way to do it, but all I had was some nice Gorilla Tape, I think it was. And so I just lined over the stud backers, you know, 3 or 4 times to get a layer between it and the tube.
Nice.
And that seems to be working so far, so we'll see.
And yeah, for mine, these were a little longer. I'm not 100% sure on how long they are. Like I said, I completely guessed on the front tire. I will put in the description the exact size Kold kutters that I use for the front and the rear, because the rear are just a tad longer than the front. And well, I wanted a little longer ones in the rear because that tire is under power. That's what's driving the motorcycle. I didn't want them to rip out. And yeah, no studs have come out of this one, no pop tubes. They did not come through the lugs. And this one can be the same. So
I would say if you're like hardcore ice racing on a nice prepped ice or smooth glass ice, Kold kutters for sure. But if you're out, you know, messing around on just a normal lake with snow on it and, you know, slush and stuff, I'd say the snowmobile is a little better.
I absolutely agree. Those are a very well-rounded stud. These aren't quite as forgiving in the snow, where if you're in the snow, you don't get very much traction, and then all of a sudden you do. Like if there's a rut where somebody had already driven and there's ice sticking through, if you are drifting through the snow and you just barely touch that, you will likely high side, and I will throw clips in of that happening.
Yeah.
We've both had dumps today.
Yep.
You know, it's our first time actually out on the ice with studded up bikes.
We're just out to have a good time. You know, we're just
Right.
looking around. So.
Right, we're just having a good time, just screwing around.
So.
But I guess we'll keep riding through the day, and we'll update you and see how they do. If we're missing any studs or any 8mm screws, or you know, rip a tire up or pop a tube. I guess we'll keep you posted on it and let you know what happens.
Yeah.
But I'll throw some clips in right now of us riding these things, doing some drifting. You could really tell which one's getting some traction and which one's kind of spinning a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, these allowed me to go quite a bit faster than you, I think.
yes, I agree.
So.
Now, what would you say about weight-wise?
Oh yeah, so this tire with all the snowmobile studs in it is super heavy. I mean, it's really heavy. I haven't actually noticed it, but I don't know if I would do this on anything under a 250 two-stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe a 250 two-stroke, but I wouldn't do a 125.
Yeah.
So.
Now, these, I'm not exact sure on the weight of mine, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, because I do have over double the studs in mine, but you know, maybe I do have some leftover studs, so maybe I can count them up and get kind of a gross, you know, idea of what, you know, that would be. But I can imagine it wouldn't be quite as heavy as his, but maybe close. But no, I wouldn't imagine the Kold cutters would be, you know, heavier than your sheet metal screws or anything. I'd imagine that would probably be about the same. But
well, you want to switch bikes?
Yeah, let's swap some bikes and see what we got. Because we have not ridden each other's bikes yet. We are going by what the other has said and by what we see.
Yeah.
So we'll really see.
Oh.
See what we got.
I get on this.
We'll see. Might be, I don't know. Like I said, we both never ridden on the ice before. We don't know what to expect.
No.
Hook really good in the rear. What's up? Oh, did it blow up? Did it blow up? Did it? No way. Try and kick it over.
No. It was like it either blew up or ran out of gas.
Is the gas on?
It went whoa, 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 whoa. No! Damn you, Preston! Every fucking time! Every time you turn the gas off!
Okay guys, that is an ongoing thing. Zephyrus leaves his gas on 24/7, and I turn mine off whenever I get the chance. So I actually don't even remember turning the fuel off.
Dude, I literally thought I blew your bike up. I actually thought I blew it up.
Well, you know, that might have been a good thing, because the YouTube series would have got a 300 big bore kit video.
This thing always runs so mint, and then it just goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, oh my god.
Well, while we're stopped, first impressions before we get an extended ride, what do you think?
This thing on the ice grips nuts.
This rear tire, like you said, you can feel the studs, but it's not as abrupt, not even close to as abrupt as a paddle would be.
Right.
A paddle is a lot more violent.
Yeah.
This is relatively smooth.
This is smoother.
That's a little smoother, yeah.
Honestly, I think this tire is super grabby, but I did have a section where it just went no traction.
Yeah.
And it scared me because the snow was too deep, ice, and it just like flung right out.
Yep.
So
now see this one, I can feel it. You can. It's weird because you can on this one. There's so many studs and they're so short.
Yeah.
You can't tell if it's really slipping or how much it's slipping. You can
Yeah.
only go by RPM.
That one you can control the drift.
Yes. You
know.
can feel. You can actually physically feel the studs when they start to slip.
Right.
You can physically feel that.
It's like a snowmobile.
It is.
Honestly.
Yeah.
This is like an on-off. Just like you're either gripping super hard or nothing. And
Yep.
It scares me.
Now
But
this is really good in this snow here.
This thing pulls the front tire. Honestly, probably because this thing makes more power, but you know.
But well, we got some snowmobilers. But
Yeah.
all right, well, let's get some more ride time, huh?
Yeah.
See what we think. See how the front tire is. I haven't had a chance to see how the front tire compares yet.
Not good.
Yeah, it's gonna need some gas put in it. Might have to top dead center it. Come on, YZ, I know you can start. You've done it a million times. Let's go. Aw.
Uh-oh.
It's upset. Here.
I'm gonna try one more.
Try one more, alright.
I don't know.
That's weird. Let's see here. I'll get the YZ fire up. Gas is on. Slow it down. Gas coming out?
Yes.
Oh man, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's definitely.
Alright guys, we got her running. The YZ was really upset about running the gas out of the car. Wasn't too happy. I was slipping quite a bit. Let's see how it did. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is a solid piece of ice here.
Holy crap! That's not great.
You can see how much it slipped. So what I was just saying, I don't even know if they could hear me or not, but I was saying I'm gonna do a clutch pop here and see what the stud pattern looks like on the ice.
Yeah.
Not sure if you guys can see. You can see it dug a good ½ inch out of the ice.
Holy shit, look over there. Look there.
Yeah. So it tore the ice up pretty good. It hooked up pretty decent, but this is definitely a lot better in the snow, by far. The rear tire is by far better in snow. The front tire, it's a little washy. So I like to ride in the front of the bike and steer with my front tire. Zeph likes to ride on rear tire. So this is perfect setup for him. Front tire, a little washy for me because I like to ride forward. But then again, you know, it hooks on the solid ice. It hooks really, really good on the solid ice.
Yeah. I think you should try and lay that thing down in the powder over by your house.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because that's where it seems to shine.
Yeah, and it's just so different.
Because this here is more of the territory that one likes.
Yeah, because if you guys can see, that's ice. Like, there's barely any snow on here.
Yeah, it's just powder.
And this thing has so much, this Kold cutter has so much grip on the sheer ice.
Yeah. What do you think of the front tire on the ice?
It's mint. You just steer.
Yeah. So
Kold cutters are way better than sheet metal screws. Who would have thought? So,
I'll tell you what, the sheet metal screws still impressed me.
They're not horrible.
They impressed me.
Yeah. But like, listen to this thing.
Yeah.
It's digging.
And then this one.
Yeah.
You can hear it a little bit. But
look what it is to the ice.
yeah, I just dug chunks of the ice out.
Alright, well.
I guess, well,
we're
we
gonna
got
go
to test
really,
them.
past those ice shanty guys.
Yes,
Make them very mad.
Absolutely. Scare the crap out of the dog and everything.
Right.
So,
no, we're not.
No, we're not. We're just kidding. But anyways, so we took the YZ to the terrain on the ice that it likes.
Yeah.
A little bit of snow, ice, or pure ice, likes that. Now we're going to head back over into our bay area where there's some snow. And we're going to test this one out because this one seems to really shine there. With that longer studs and steering on the rear tire. Let's, because in the powder, you're almost forced to steer on the rear tire. So,
yeah.
Let's go check that out, see how it looks. am really impressed.
Yeah.
I am impressed with that rear tire.
Is it a little more, I guess, forgiving?
Yes.
This thing still does real well though, I can't lie.
It does pretty well. It does, but
Yeah.
did you happen to hit any of the ice spots?
Yeah.
It likes the high side.
Yeah, it does. It likes to whip you a little.
Yeah. But I guess it would probably take a little more learning, although this is our first time out. But
Yeah.
I would imagine with more practice that you can get used to that.
Oh, yeah.
But
So,
all in all, this is an impressive setup here for that.
For free.
For free, yeah.
Free for me.
Free for you, yes. He took those studs out of an old snowmobile track that they had replaced.
Yeah, it was a jump track, so.
Yeah.
And
but,
as you guys can see, these are not new studs.
no.
Like
no.
these are pretty. See, some of them are pretty worn.
So I'm gonna get you guys off the camera. But yeah. Ours is good. That's better.
It's hard to like say one is better because
Right. But see, this one has carbide on the tip there. But he's even got some of the sheet metal screws. I couldn't really get up close. I had the body mount on earlier, but there's that tire. And then mine, 3, 2, 2. And then he's got his in a V2, so he's got 1, 2, 3. Back at that point, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then he's got his sheet metal screws on every lug on the edge. But all in all, pretty impressed for a last minute trip. He had those thrown together on Friday, and I started those tires up on Friday night. I swapped the tire out. Only popped 1 tube, so that's pretty cool.
same.
Still beats going to the shop, but I'd say we did pretty good. Only popping 1 tube a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, and studded tires are a bitch, so.
Yes, they are. That and it's winter time here, and tires do stiffen up.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's our first rip out here.
Dude, do you think this is from the heat off my pipe?
Oh, you know what?
See that? Look at my,
You know?
and look at the pipe, the paint's all cracking on
Wow.
it.
Check that out.
We had some heat in it, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but got the pipe bubbling up a little bit.
We had her hot.
Yeah, see, that wasn't there when we started riding, so whether that's snow pants from gripping or
Yeah.
pipe or whatever it is, I'm impressed. CR runs good. So I don't know if I told you about, I might have in one of the Dune videos, but this is a 98 CR250. He had a 98 CR125 before this. So pretty awesome setup, but
YZ definitely beats her.
that's jetting.
Yeah, that car's
Yeah, mine's running a tad, just a weensy bit funny, but you know,
Yeah.
I kind of expected that, meaning I never adjusted the jets. It's running clean. I can just tell down low it's got just a little bit of a hesitation, and it's hanging a little bit on the top end. Might be just a tad bit lean, but
It is like 12 degrees out,
yeah,
so you really can't blame them. These bikes are not made for this at all.
no, they are not.
This is not what they're designed for, but they're doing a great job.
Yes, they are. I am more than happy with it. So I don't know, I had so much fun out here, I might just leave those studded tires on this thing and buy a new set of wheels, put some dirt tires on it.
Honestly, we need to do more of this.
Yes, we do.
Well, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. Hopefully, I hope you guys enjoyed.
I
I don't know yeah, we're gonna grab some food. I see his efforts is eating the Cliff Bar.
It's frozen.
It's frozen
I can't
solid.
even eat it. It's frozen.
But this is, I don't know if I said this or not, but this is Zephyrance from Gage Boys Garage. So I will link their channel in the description. You can check them out. They do a bunch of Jeep stuff and fixing snowmobiles and boat videos
Breaking
and just
lots of stuff.
breaking stuff,
Yeah.
which is always a great time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gives you stuff to do on the weekends.
Exactly.
But yeah, they got a lot of toys, so I'm sure you guys would like it.
Yeah.
Check them out.